Hi Sephora, I'm Yvonne MacInnis, Global Educating Artist for Marc Beauty.
I am Arifah from Thailand and I am actually a beauty blogger and a YouTuber.
So today, we're actually going to use one of your favorite things.
Yeah.
The multi-finish eyeshadow Eyeconic palettes.
I actually have this one in my collection.
I know, it's so good,
and
right?
I really love it. Like everything from the pigmentation, the color selection, and how you can really do like natural looks and also like intense looks, like dramatic looks.
A lot of people get scared with like bright colors, like a red smoky eye.
I think they're scared, like they don't know what to, like how to start.
So the cool thing is, what I'm going to walk you through and so everybody else can learn with us is how to layer textures. There's actually 4 different textures in every Eyeconic eyeshadow palette. And some of them are more matte and some of them are more shiny. So putting down the matte sometimes can actually be a little bit easier to work with a bright color like this because you kind of cover it up with a shiny. It's called the dressed eye technique, and that's basically what I'm going to be walking you through today. Every great look starts with an eyeshadow primer. A little bit more sheer than maybe something that you've tried in the past. It's very, very lightweight and a little goes a long way. The best part about this is that it's a 12-hour wear. So we'll start with just like half a pea size. That's enough for both of your eyes.
Cream colored.
Yeah, and I like to use the concealer brush so we get an even lighter application. And I'm gonna sweep a very thin layer of this across the lash line and all the way up to under the brow. The idea here is that we're going to cover every area of your eye that we're going to put eyeshadow on. It's just giving the eyeshadow something to stick to, and then that insurance for it to stay on all day. And I'm just sweeping a thin amount underneath the lash line as well. And so, like we're talking about the palette, using more matte colors down first, kind of like when you do your foundation. You mattify everything and then you build your beautiful highlight. So all of the matte textures are actually called velvet, and it's inspired by that velvet fabric. And then over top, we build to the shiny ones, the lame, which is like that shiny light fabric. I cannot wait to put that on.
I love that color a lot.
So we'll start by using our eyeshadow brush. It's called the shadow brush. It's fluffy and kind of medium stiff. So you can apply, but also blend it.
Yeah, you can also blend it. Yeah.
Perfect. So we'll take that lighter color. I'm going to use that as a base with this guy. So our 2 light colors together. And we're going to sweep that from the brow.
Is it like setting the primer too?
Totally. So notice a lot of the movement that I'll be making is more like tapping, pressing into, and then blending away. Now I've left from the lashes to the crease open, so it still has a little bit of texture from the eyeshadow primer, and that's going to help everything to stick in the next step. We're going to take the darker color, parentheses, like the shape of brackets, on the inner and outer portion. So we'll start with that in just a tiny little brush. So this is the smudge brush. I'll get you to close lightly. We're just starting to lift and contour the eye by doing a little V on the outer edge, and then the same thing on the inner corner. This can be scary to some people, but you'll see how much it helps build depth and dimension as we flow through the dressed eye technique. Before I go to the second eye, we're going to take that darker color and wrap it just underneath on the outer edge. But look at how much defined that just made your eye. Outer edge and inner corner, I'm going to go from above. Okay, so that is the first step. Well, actually, technically the second, because we did the brow bone and then the parentheses. I'm going to switch now to my crease brush. And just using the tip of that with an open eye, I'm going to take a little bit of that camel brown, keep the eye open, and I'm going to sweep to connect the first part of the parentheses to the second. So we're doing the arch of the eye, but with it open. Again, just kind of getting those base textures down so we're still working with velvet. And so after on top, when we put the shiny, it pops. I'm gonna go back to the shadow brush and using this, again, with that stiffness that we were talking about, over top of the center part. So we left that whole center area open, and it has a little bit of the primer left, so when I apply this, it's gonna pop, and it's super metallic. So close lightly, boom. So I'm just using that one color. That took 2 seconds, take a look.
Of course. And you didn't like spray anything to the brush?
No, because this was underneath. And again, we said before, what goes up must come down. So we're gonna take a little bit of this just on the tip of that same brush, looking all the way up. And I'm gonna sweep that underneath the lash line, just in the center, wrapping over the matte or velvet. In the center of the highlight, we're gonna add another highlight, and that's that lighter color, the one we did on their cheekbone. I'm gonna take the same shadow brush, tapping right through the center, that brings that ball of light forward even more. And this is a trick I really like to use in all of the palettes, not even just this one. So remember we went back to the whole purpose of this was to do a red smoky eye. Right now, even though it looks pretty bomb. So today we're gonna do in the crease and a little on the outer edge.
Okay.
So switching back to our favorite crease brush, I'm gonna pull a little bit of that red. I'm gonna tap right in the crease because I wanna press in that pigment before I blend it away. So pressing it first, I'm gonna dust off my brush and now I can sweep away at the edge. Switch to my smaller brush because it's a smaller area that we're working in. Take a little bit of that, looking all the way up again, and bringing that down to the outer portion of the eye. Now, of course, no eyeshadow look is finished without eyeliner and mascara. So we're gonna do those two things, but I actually think that I wanna see you do some makeup today. I'm gonna show you in a big mirror, and you can use this mirror to do the final steps.
Oh, this mirror, I use this a lot as my like makeup mirror.
It's so big, right? I love it.
Oh, this is so nice. I like it.
We have Blacquer, which is like a cult favorite. I know that you already know it.
Yeah, I know it.
This is inspired by a gel pot eyeliner that you traditionally would put on with a brush.
Like a wing. Yeah, like a normal liner.
Exactly. It's that formula in a twist-up pencil. So I'll pass that off to you, and we'll do a little waterline first. Feel free to be a little bit more liberal with it. You can do a few passes and build it up. Ooh, a tight line.
Okay, but am I supposed to put like the...
No, you do you, girl.
Okay.
Yeah. Put as much as you want. I like to be a little bit more-heavy-handed because it's a pretty bold look.
Okay, so I'm putting the liner, my waterline, just to make the look more intense, I think, more dark, and give it a little bit more dimension to the eyes.
How does it feel, the pencil itself?
It's creamy.
It glows on like easy.
There's nothing new actually. It's super creamy, it's pigmented, and it's gonna last.
You've used this eyeliner, right?
Yeah.
So this is very clean and beautiful. I think it's finished the eye look, minus the mascara, of course.
Yeah.
But I want to show, since we're here together, another Marc Jacobs Beauty technique. All right, so I'll get you to look up towards the ceiling. And so I'm going to place this just past the lashes. So we're still in the waterline, but we're letting the product collect a little bit more in the lash line. All right, go ahead, squeeze your eyes tight, 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 tight. Okay, you're good. And then, let's see. All right, and then we smudge it out. So looking up, tap, tap, tap. I like to use the smudge brush. It's a perfect shape for this. And it just makes it a little bit more organic. It's imperfectly perfect, which is really kind of what we love about Marc Beauty. One more little line here. That's it. That's the under smoke technique. And then we can finish off with a Velvet Noir, and this is a fresh one. I love the sound that it makes.
Yeah, I
that,
know that.
You know it's gonna be rich.
Yeah.
And obviously you've used it before, but what do you love about this mascara?
I love this mascara because I have Asian lashes, so they're very like downwards, and they're super hard to lift. But with this mascara, you can do like, you can really give like a super nice volume to your lashes, but also super long and super thick, and they last, and they're not like smudging like, you know, through the day.
It's really opaque.
And you know what I like about this mascara? I like that it doesn't matter how much you put on, it never clumps up like too much. Never.
Totally. It just ends up looking like a faux lash.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the look so far?
I love it. Like, you can rock this look without false lashes.
There's one thing missing though, isn't there?
Yeah, my lips.
That's all right.
Yeah, I can't wait for it.
So we were talking earlier about the new Marc lip crayon. You could wear it as a stain, so just applying it and like blotting it off, or as a full-on liquid lip.
Yeah.
With 16-hour wear.
Oh, really? That's amazing.
I want you to experience this for the first time because not a lot of people have even used this yet.
Okay, my pleasure.
And please tell us how you feel.
So what is this color?
So that one is called Send Nude. You can see it like melting into the lip. It looks so beautiful to apply actually. Oh, I love your technique. There's so much pigment just on the bottom lip that pressing it together just did your total top lip.
I didn't need to do the top lip like right after. It feels so light on the lips. Yeah, and I love the creaminess, but it's still like matte, but it doesn't feel matte. But it's super full coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy. You know?
So after like 15 minutes, it will set down a little bit, but you're still gonna feel that cushiness on the lip. Well, today was an absolute pleasure working with you. Thank you so much for being here.
And thank you, Sephora, so much for letting me let her do my makeup. I got to learn so many techniques from you.
Awesome.
And I'm going to use them, of course.
I'm so humbled.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.